Hello, this is H.G. Bailey, and welcome back to Let's Play Crimson Gem Saga! Since last time, I made my way back to Habsburg here, and I need to get some more gold so that way I can go to the Ziggurat. So, yeah, I've got plenty of medium bombs, we can afford to sell one of those. Now, the Ziggurat is a 30-floor dungeon that's divided into 3 zones of 10 floors each, and we can only go through Zone 1 for now, so that's what I'm going to be doing. You don't have to go here right now if you want to, but there's a lot of good treasure to find, plenty of monsters to kill for SP, and you can even farm some medallions here if you want to. So you just talk to Tucker here, pay the money, you get teleported to the dungeon here. We got a little merchant here. Please don't cast meteor on me over and over and over again. No, that's another game of yours. And let's see what he's got to sell. Nothing I'm gonna buy here, but yeah, they got some pretty good stuff here. But yeah, most of it is just revival stuff that I'll find enough of, or I'll probably just sell most of my revival stuff, although for now I'm holding on to it just in case. Hey, how's it going? Yeah, what's going on here? O'Brien, really game? Oh, right. Oh, well, there's only one entrance to the place, but thanks for letting me know. Now, by the way, when you're going through the Ziggurat, if you decide you want to leave, there's going to be warp points throughout the dungeon that you can use to do so, but you'll have to restart from the beginning again if you leave that way. Yeah, what's going on? Ah. Well, maybe. How hard could they possibly be? Answer! Not very. At least not until the very end of the place. Yeah, what's going on? La Forge? Well, let's see. How many other Star Trek engineers are left? Scotty? B'Elanna? I don't know about Discovery. Oh, no, I learned my lesson about that in Final Fantasy XII. Okay, well, let's get out of here. Or, well, not get out of here, but let's move along then, shall we? Now, when you're going through this dungeon, every 10 floors, there's a potential checkpoint. Well, not potential, there is a checkpoint that you can use, so that way, if you leave the dungeon, you can return and start the dungeon from where you left off there. But if you do that, that locks you out of the previous 10 floors. So you want to make sure that you're done with that area before moving on.
Give it up.
Well, let's see, we got a new enemy here, El Oucho. These guys can inflict silence on your party, so you want to watch out for that. And they are weak to ice, and I'm probably going to need a big ice spell for this one. Yeah, I don't think I could guarantee killing them without the big ice spell. Ow. Yeah, silence prevents you from using your skills. So, yeah, you want to take these guys out fairly quickly. I like how they're just a little cactuar guy with a cape and a cowboy hat on. I like your sense of style there.
Take this. That's right. I did.
Now, one thing about this area is you can't go beyond the first zone up to floor 11 until you get to chapter 3, and then the second zone you can't go beyond that until you reach chapter 4. So that means that since I can't complete the 10th floor now, I'll have to go back through the first 10 floors again later on. However, as you can see with the Mercury shoes, it's very quick to just run past all the monsters to get back up again. But if you don't want to do that, you could just wait until later when you hit the checkpoints. let's see. So we got a lot of enemies here, so let's put Hysteria
Don't
to use.
stare now.
And I probably should have healed up Spinel after that last fight, but that's okay.
How's this?
1 out of 4 isn't bad. Hopefully I can finish one of them off. Hey, I might be able to get 2. Let's see, these guys... Goliath. Sounds like a Dragon Quest monster's name. Let's see, these guys are weak to fire, so let's put that to use. I don't think they can inflict any statuses on us, so I'm not really worried about that. Now, by the way, about the Ziggurat, this is an optional dungeon at this point in the game. But you will eventually have to go through the dungeon to progress with the plot later on. So I figure we might as well go through the dungeon now while the rewards that we can get here are still worthwhile. And yeah, let's just go for a weak fire spell. Besides, when you kill the monsters here, you're going to get quite a bit of SP from them. So that way I can use that to learn a bunch of spells for Henson. Let's see how we're doing here. Let's see, I think I need 200 for what I want next. Okay, well, we're getting there. But I like to focus on giving my SP to Henson because he gets a lot of new abilities from that. And the melee characters usually have like 2 or 3 things they'll be doing most of the time. Whether it's just a regular physical attack, or some crowd control, or a mass damage attack that they can get. Alright, and here we got the last 2 new enemies, at least for now. There's still some more later on in the dungeon, but let's see. So yeah, these guys, weak to fire and lightning! So let's see if we can't put Hysteria to use here. Woo! 2 out of 4. Nice. I love Hysteria when it works. Okay, so we got the Sorceress here who can cast some pretty powerful spells. So I'm going to want to take her out first. They are, well, as you can see, weak to thunder, or lightning in this case. If you have the tier 3 lightning spell, you can probably one-shot them with it. But I don't yet.
This'll hurt even more.
Haha! And fortunately, they are pretty slow, especially compared to the hell beasts that usually accompany them. So yeah, they got wind, fire, ice magic. Sometimes it won't do a whole lot, but other times they can really hurt you with them. Okay, I might be able to finish that guy off. Yeah, I'm not going to spend the SP. Yeah, that's okay. Or not SP, MP. I'm getting all my points mixed up. Hey, good shot! Well, now the rest should be relatively easy. Yeah, they'll never recover from whatever statuses we got on them. You know, I'm not even going to bother with Henson. Aw, man, I couldn't get a triple hit. That's okay. Yeah, one thing about the melee characters that you might notice, they don't really require a ton of SP to be useful because they don't have that many abilities in general to begin with. Now, on the other hand, with Henson, he gets a ton of elemental spells, both single targeting and multi-targeting. But if you're not going, or if you don't want to go through the Ziggurat until it's mandatory later on, you, what is it? Yeah, you could just leave Henson in the reserves, because then you wouldn't have the SP to make him more useful if you don't go through this place. So I'll be rotating characters in and out, depending on how the leveling is going. Wait until about, my levels are in the 30s here. And we get a fire elemental there. You could use that on a piece of equipment to boost your elemental resistance there, and it doesn't count towards those slots that you got either. So that's pretty nice. Okay, let's see what we got here. So yeah, so far it's just been long, narrow hallways. But this will change. I mean, there's still hallways, but we'll be able to have some branching paths and stuff going on as soon as this guy will move. Alright, and after that battle, let's see how we're doing here. I need a little bit of healing there for Spinel. And, oh yeah, I forgot about my SP for Henson. Well, the ability I wanted to get isn't that critical right now, but I do want to learn it. What do we got here? Wizard Aura, that lets you regenerate a percentage of your max MP every round. It's at the beginning of the round before you do something, so that's pretty nice before you kill the last enemy or something like that. So that's a nice ability to have. Next one I want to get is over here. We might as well just reveal it since I have the SP. Immolate, the strongest single targeting fire elemental spell, and there's more enemies weak to fire than any other elements around here, so I want to get that one first. I generally like single targeting spells more than multi-targeting ones. I generally only really like to use multi-targeting damage spells with Henson when there's an enemy I'm trying to finish off. That way I can still deal some damage to the other enemies while killing the one enemy there. Okay, let's see. We want to heal up just a little bit, and I think, yes, we have enough to learn Immolate. That'll be really nice for us. Another thing about single targeting spells is they're a lot more cost efficient than their multi-targeting counterparts, although I will be learning all of them eventually anyway. So the next one I want to get is the Ice spell, or the Tier 3 Ice spell. So we'll see how we can do here. Yeah, once you get the Tier 3 spells, you should probably be able to one-shot or nearly one-shot anything. I'm going to kill these guys on the return trip. This is just a room with some treasure that I want to get, and then I'll come back to the intersection. And what do we get for our prize? Ooh, nice. Oh, did I say gold earlier? I think I did. Whoops. Yeah, Gelders, whatever. Okay, so we got a few nice things there. Let's return and keep on going then. Whoa, get out of there. I'd like to be able to ambush these guys if I can. Where are they? Okay.
We're done here.
Ooh, a silver medallion. That's one thing that I was looking for here. So they're not ultra rare drops like outside of the Ziggurat. Enemies can drop medallions pretty regularly here. So I want to take that, and let's see, with Spinel, yeah, I want to upgrade Wave Strike so we can have that available, or even stronger, against some of the bosses we got coming up here. By the way, if you get silenced while you're going through this place, don't worry about it, just finish the battle and the status will go away. Eventually we will start getting some more enemies, probably when we get to the 4th floor. Enemy domains usually change every 3 or 4 floors. Okay, so let's see, let's heal up here, and I think I have enough SP to get something else for Henson. Okay, so we got Immolate. I want to get the Tier 2 Ice, or Tier 3 Ice Elemental spell. At least, yeah, this is it. And that'll be really useful on the cacti that we're fighting around here. And then I'll want to go for Lightning Strike, but that costs a total of 400 SP. So it's going to take a little while to get that one unlocked. Another thing you could do in this area, if you don't want to fight all the monsters, just go around bypassing them with the Mercury shoes and just grab the treasures. I mean, you'd still have to fight some of them here, but yeah, this is what I was talking about with the exit gates. So you could take them whenever you want, as long as you find them. There's all the way around. How the Forge knows where I am in the dungeon at any given time, I don't know. Oh, then, okay. Alright, well, let's continue onward then. Hopefully we'll be picking up the pace here soon. You know, this floor is a little tricky with all the stairways that we got. They go to 3 different points on the next floor, but only one of them will actually take us to the end. Fortunately, the other 2 have some treasure that we can get, so it's not going to be a complete waste of time. Okay, we're getting pretty up there in levels compared to Lodok, so sooner or later I'm going to want to have him pitch in. Okay, cleared out those guys. Before opening the chest, though, there's a little trick to it, so let's, heal up all the way. Open it up, and what do we get? Dude! Why would you put that there? It does? Okay. Why? I guess that's good? Okay. There's nothing else in that room there, though, so let's just backtrack to the previous intersection, then. Is that supposed to be some kind of a joke or something? Doesn't seem funny to me. Ha ha, you can't catch me. But I do want to ambush that one guy, so that's why I ran past him. Okay, let's see how we're doing here. I think I've got enough SP. Yes, I do. Okay, so let's get the tier 3 elemental spell. Now, there's actually a tier 4 spell for the elemental ones, but they cost a lot of SP and not to mention NP to cast. So I'm going to save that for way later in the game. And even then, I mean, they're good, don't get me wrong, but they're way overkill at this point. We've got what we need here. Okay, what do I want to go for next? Let's see. The multi-targeting fire elemental spell. So we'll go after that one. That one will also cost 400 total SP, so we'll take care of that. Oh, and I also need to heal up a little bit. We're all about to gain a level soon, I think. Is anyone up to 33 yet? No, not yet. We're getting there, though. Well, let's take a look around for the second room. Okay, the next branching path. Yeah, let's just go over here, skip past any enemies. Oh, there are no enemies. Okay, never mind, then. Yeah, unfortunately, I don't have all the enemy spawn points memorized, but at least we get some decent treasure out of this. By the way, when you're opening a treasure chest, you want to be careful if there's enemies in the room, because if you're opening the chest but you're still in that text box there, the enemies will still be able to ambush you, and once you clear the text box, you'll be thrown into a battle immediately, and you'll be ambushed. The lesson? Make sure you kill the enemies before you start opening treasure chests. Man, this place is long. Forgot about how long this place is. I'm only on the 3rd of 10 floors still. Okay, Killian gained a level, so... Okay, yeah, got a dead end. This is a good time to switch up our setup. So, let's see. I'm going to bring Geltz up front because he has quite a bit of HP and defense. Not quite as much as Killian, but it will suffice. Spinel is okay, and... Well, let me see how our HP looks after that. So, yeah, I mean, Lodok doesn't have the handicap that Henson has on his HP, but his defense is still pretty bad anyway. So you want to keep an eye on him, but I'd still just keep Henson in the rear with Geltz picking up the middle slot there. So he should be fine, even if he does take a few hits. Lodok is pretty nice. He's even faster than Spinel, and he's got a pretty good will stat to boot, too. And by the way, even though I removed Killian from my active party, I still want to leave the Mercury shoes on him. Even though he's not in the active party, I still need the Mercury shoes equipped on him in order to have the movement speed boost that I've got here. I think that's a lot more valuable so that I can ambush enemies instead of giving the plus 60 will to someone in my active party. Well, let's find out. I'm gonna go for a bit of extra length on this episode just so I can get through as much of this as possible. Oh, what's this? Okay. Ah. I don't understand the point of that note there at all. Oh, I think I know what they're talking about. But that's a spoiler for way later in the game, so don't worry about that. Pay no attention to the note.